Okay, Bridge friends, we are just getting ready to get started here. We got about another 7 minutes. Let's see if we can get a little intro screen. MSI laptop. I think we have it. Grace, are you ready for a countdown?
Not quite, no. Just sat out.
In fact, I don't even have my earpiece hooked up yet. Let's see. I think
I'm hearing you well.
you're hearing me well. Hey, that's a start. I'd like to hear you well, too.
Can you
Check test. 1, 2, 3.
Test, 1,
Wow,
2,
I've
3.
got the volume up all the way there. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
No, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
Not really.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Thank you.
So I have to, like, put the microphone in my mouth?
That would help. Check test.
Check.
Okay, remote working. And I think I'm going to try taking a seat today. How about that?
Oh, I like that. Better on your back.
That's true. So, are we ready to go? Oh, I have some hands I wanted to write down. Maybe I can do that now. F1, Control B.
Alrighty, and I found the Facebook one. Opening that up.
Awesome.
Alright, let me get my YouTube and we will look at the clock. Well, I can tell you that, let's take a look.
51, 50, 49.
YouTube is
48.
doing great, about 3 seconds.
Woohoo!
And then about 13 to 15 seconds over on Facebook. So once again, the best option will be viewing from YouTube if you'd like to participate in today's hands or if you have any questions. If you've got a question on Facebook, go ahead and type it in the comments and we can go ahead and see those. Good day, Bridge Thrill Seekers.
You've heard the expression, don't cry over spilled milk?
Of course.
I just noticed, I had my cereal earlier today and I see a droplet of milk on the spacebar key.
And was it the last drop of milk in the house?
That was the last drop of milk in the house,
Yeah.
actually. You
I did
really
notice that.
perceptive, aren't you?
It sounds like it's time to go to the store.
Costco run, but I guess, yeah, we don't normally get our milk
Yeah,
at
we don't buy
Costco.
milk from
That won't
Costco.
work.
One person drinking milk is no reason to go to Costco.
Okay. How come I don't hear the music?
Yeah, what happened to the music?
Oh. No, it's not turned down. Oh gosh, what have I done to my settings?
This should be interesting.
But you can hear me through the YouTube channel?
No, I cannot actually.
Check test, 1, 2, 3.
Now I did.
Okay, phew. Scared me. Yeah, I don't know why the laptop
Can you
is
hear me
not
now?
coming through. That's so odd. Probably some settings somewhere. Well, I don't think I'll disturb anything now.
Well, that's what happens when you two-time, honey.
Yeah, that's right. Now that we've got 2 YouTube channels that we're going back and forth from. Jim Morrison, Love Me Two Times.
A two-timer is only a part-timer.
I like that.
You can quote me on that. Okay, now I'm not getting anything over on YouTube. What's going on there? Somehow the pause button got hit.
What's wrong?
YouTube, for some reason, I accidentally hit the pause.
Well, that would make a difference. Yeah, if you can advance it to the end, then you'll be caught up.
I did. I just did a refresh.
Cool.
Okay, you took my timer away.
Yes, I did. And it's back.
Alrighty, thank you.
Okay, it is getting... Oh, yeah. Oh, that clock might be a little bit fast. Okay, so we got 35 seconds. Are you ready?
I am. Are you?
Ready as rain. Whatever that means. It's so weird not to have the music.
It is. Leaving just you and me.
Run
You and
silent,
me.
run deep.
You and me against the world.
we better not sing, though. That'll drive them away for
True.
sure.
Are you finally admitting I can't sing?
6, 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning out there in BridgeHand land. Happy Saturday. We are going to have a fun morning. We've got some hands planned, and if you've got some questions, make sure to type those in the comments. Without further delay, your host, Michael.
Grace's voice is a little soft this morning. I don't know if you've noticed, but that must be she was hooting with the owls last night, I do believe.
The wolves.
The wolves, that's right. We should get our puppets out, shouldn't we?
No.
We had a good time. Well, we won't get them out here for our BridgeHands today. I hope you're having a good time out there in Bridge Land. This is Michael at BridgeHands and Grace, and we're having a happy Saturday. Sorry we couldn't be here on Friday, but had to go about 100 miles away to do some family business, and we are back again and looking forward to lock and load. So let's see, for those of you who are here on Wednesday, we covered some hands of the week, and number 12, I said we were going to come back to that. So
Ooh.
actually, I'm sorry, Grace, yes?
Hand 12, yeah.
Yeah, can you get the mic a little closer?
Hand 12.
There we go. So, yeah, but we'll go through 9, 10, 11, and 12 to work up. But be sure to hang around for hand number 12. It is most interesting, not only in terms of something you may not have been using for one of your bidding methods, but also a little bit about the laws of bridge, one that doesn't come up often, post alerts. You know anything about post alerts, honey?
I could think of several things.
Okay, but not so much in bridge, probably, right?
Post alerts on bridge says do not cross river until bridge is built.
That would be a pre-alert, maybe, but yeah, that's like throw them a life preserver.
You said post bid, correct?
Post alert.
Post alert, okay.
Yes, is what we're talking about on hand number 12. Among a lot of other things there, it's a fun hand. Good lesson, and I think we'll get into some other hands that will show you where this convention may be helpful for you on hands like what happened on hand number 12. So if you're ready, I don't know if we have any questions today, but if not, we're just going to go ahead and just jump right in. So let's go over to the table and see what we've got for hand number, I think it's 9 is where we're going to start.
I think what we'll do is if you have any questions, type them in the comments, and then at the close of each hand, I will check and bring them up at that time.
Okay. You are good to go. And let me get to be good to go too here also. So I go over to the laptop and slideshow. Current slide. Hey, I think I can see it there. So, okay, so first off, who's going to be the dealer? Let's have East be the dealer on this one. I think that's the way number 9 always works. 1, 2, 3, 4 for West, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 for North, and then number 9 for East. And East does not have many values at all. A 5, 3, 3, 2 suit, and nothing appreciable there, and it's a pass. And I can see that I've need to move my microphone a little bit. There, we got it. Okay, to South hand. And so South has a, oh, I've got a 5, 4, 3, 1. And look at that, 3 aces, a king, and a jack. That sounds like about 16 points, doesn't it? I like that all these points are primary honors. That is a good thing. Well, ace, jack 3 times in spades. Singleton heart. Okay, so I got most of my cards in the minors, and you know, don't you hate it when you have to like look for a minor suit slam? We always would rather play in no trump in a match point game, and this is an imps game, by the way, so it doesn't make quite as big a difference. But yeah, you normally think, well, if I've got 16 points and my partner's got 9, good chance for 3 no trump. And my partner, probably the rule of anticipation, as I like to say, has length in my short suit. Doesn't turn out that way, but I thought it would be. So I'm expecting somebody's got hearts for sure. So, okay, we're going to open up 1 club. And by the way, there are some times when you have a singleton spade, you, with this 5, 4, 3, 1 shape with 3 hearts, we would consider starting with 1 diamond and then rebidding 2 clubs so that we don't have to do a reverse. But we're right kind of on the cusp with 16 points. If you like to do it on the cheap side, I like to have a couple more points, at least 17. They are all good values, though. So if I had ace, king 5 times in clubs and just the king 4 times in diamonds, I would upgrade the hand by 1 point. I'm not sure ace 5 times if that suit is going to be all that promotable, though. So something to consider is our rebids before we start with our bid. Okay, so to West. West is a 4, 4, 3, 2, so not a lot of hearts there. So does partner have the hearts? No, partner just has 3. Okay, so 2 kings and a queen and a connected 10, 9, 8. Boy, doesn't that spade suit look great to you? Yeah, it's that's a very nice suit. Almost semi-self-sustaining. A suit quality of 8, 3 honors, and 2 long. But if you want to count that 9, 8, that suit, you shouldn't really lose more than 2 tricks on it, should you? You just wish you had the ace and the king. But it's a very good hand, and you're going to just, at this point, make it a 1 spade call. Back to South. South is us. And we don't know if partner has 4 spades, 5 spades, 10 spades. But they don't have 4, 4 and hearts and spades, or they would have bid the heart suits. So we can rule that out. So it's likely they could have 5 spades, but would be guessing. Anyway, we've got our 16 points and we got a singleton. So I'm wondering how many points you're going to count for that singleton heart. Well, if you had 4 spades, I'd count it for 3. But we've only got 3 spades. So, maybe a couple. So, some of you might say, I'm going to reverse, but if you reverse by bidding 2 diamonds, you haven't shown support. It should be forcing when it's a reverse by opener, and reverse by responder is game forcing. But we're the opener, and some people here, they bid 2 diamonds. I did something else. I wanted to go 4 spades. You know, if I'm counting 3 points for shortness, 16 and 3 is 19. My partner's got at least 6. That's 25. But I think, you know, my partner could have 4. And I'm going to give them the final opportunity to make the right call. 3 spades. So is it a perfect bid? No. My partner might have 4 little spades. I don't know. They may have like ace, king, queen tight in hearts, and like, oh, okay, well, that didn't work so well. Maybe we should have been 3 no trump, but I'm just going based upon the fact that making my best bid, and I don't know if it's going to be perfect. It is a flawed bid, but I can't find a better one that I can think of. Like I say, some people, they just rebid 2 diamonds, and if that happens, then we'll talk about that later, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so 3 spades, and my partner in the north says with 8 points and that lovely spade suit, I will definitely go 4 spades. So 4 spades is the contract, and the opening lead, let's show all hands, is going to be by Mr. Wester. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Easter, that's right. It's in the, my partner's playing this one, the robot. So, okay. A jack of hearts from Jack 10-8, 5-time sequence, great. My little hearts played. I'm playing it, and you got to get your mind oriented when you're doing on Bridge Base Online, because it doesn't rearrange the hands to show the dummy in the north. It's like you just have to say, okay, I got to remember the dummy hand is in the south. All right, so what do we want to do here? Well, we can rough a couple spades. We've got the diamonds, I should say, with the spade suit. But we've got ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7. We've got all the spades down to 7, all 8 of them. So we can't get over roughed. They've only got 6 through 2 on the suit, which is kind of unusual, but makes us happy. So, okay, after they take their ace, they played another heart. We win it with the king in the closed hand, the north hand. Remember, south is a dummy. Everybody in the robots are looking at the south hand. Okay, we play a heart and a rough one. That takes care of the heart suit. We don't have to worry about it getting over roughed. So, we can, I guess, probably rough a diamond. We only had 6 in that suit. Let's see what happen next. Play 1 round of trump. That's a good idea. Play a 2nd round of trump. Okay. They were 3-2 because they've each played twice on it. And now the ace of diamonds, a king of diamonds, and a little diamond up to the 10. Okay. 1 more spade, please. Thank you. And there's not really a lot to do on spade or clubs. There's no like end play opportunities. There's no strip and end play opportunities. There's no promotion on finesses. They're just going to get their tricks. And so we get the ace finally. And okay, so we've won our 10 tricks. Let's get rid of this here. F1, Z, and so yeah, we've got our 10 tricks down there. All right, so a lot of people didn't find that game. I don't know why. Some found a 3 no trump, and I said we would get back and take a look if somebody does a reverse, but let's just see what happened here. So hand number 9, we had 4 spades, and how many others were in 4 spades? Only 1 other? What? Huh. I guess they didn't play 3 spades with my hand. They just went 2 spades, and if you just bid 2 spades, your partner's going to pass. You can see we got some of those down here, and so that would hurt. You could get 5 imps. It said you lose a half an imp, and some people went up to 5 clubs. You know, they apparently did a reverse, and partner did 3 no trump, and no, let's continue on clubs, and couldn't make 5 clubs. So you can see that some people were in 3 no trump, and let's go back and take a look at that bidding sequence there, because this is a little tough one. If you play the Liebensaal convention, then I guess you will be a little bit better off. So let's go ahead and just do some bidding there. So that would be the 1 club, 1 spade, 2 diamonds, a reverse, in a higher ranking suit at a higher ranking level, which is a reverse. And so at this point, north, what would you do? Would you rebid 2 spades? Do you feel like you need 6 card suit to rebid a suit? I think you should normally do that. If it's a very good 5, I couldn't fault you too much if you don't have a better bid. Sometimes no trump is the better place to run. But after a 1 club 2 diamond bid, if you are playing where you do like a 4th suit forcing, then not for a 4th suit forcing per se, but bidding the 4th suit, a lower ranking suit, right? Because spades to 2 hearts, that would, if you're playing the Liebensaal convention, it would say, partner, I want to stop the auction now. I would like you to bid 2 no trump, and then I'll place the auction. You, as a person has 17 points or more, you don't have to accept it. Sometimes with Liebensaal, no trumps, you have to accept it. But in this case, you don't if you've got like 21 points or something like that. And you couldn't open 1 or 2 no trump because you have a singleton. So that is one possibility. But a lot of people don't like to use that 4 suit that way. They just say 2 no trump. The old general Liebensaal is where it says, partner, I want you to bid 3 clubs, and I'll let you know what my final bid is. So I think some people, they don't have a lot of agreements, especially if you're playing online with somebody that doesn't have that. So after 1 club, 1 spade, 2 diamonds, it is kind of nebulous. And this time when you're playing with the robots, I guess you can look and see what each bid means. That might be helpful for you. But I think after doing that, then I don't know what the robot bid in those cases, but let's say it bid 2 spades as though it was a 6-card suit. And I think some people probably said, well, I guess I'll just pass. I don't think so. I think you should go 4 spades. But apparently that didn't happen. So anyway, that was that hand. I don't know if anybody's got any comments on there, but Patty,
welcome,
good
John
to
and
have
Patty.
you. And John's with us. Hey,
Yeah.
howdy. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and spend a little time on these other hands, though. And so, let's see. Load deal from file. That was 9. Off to number 10. And so 10 would be, let's see. Okay, there's 10. And do I have it right? I think I do. Yes. Okay. So east is the dealer. There we go, east. And east is a pass. Us in the south. Look at that. Another 5, 4, 3, 1. This time, our long suit just got a lot of honors. Remember last time it was ace 5 times? This is ace, king, queen, 10, 9. Hoo-hoo. So, okay, let's take a look at our points here. Might have to take off my socks and shoes. Looks like got a good amount. So
Please
we've got,
don't do that.
okay, 9 plus 1 for distribution for sure! Exclamation point. And then another 2 for queen 3rd and another 4 for the ace 4th. So yeah, this, if you needed to reverse, this would be the hand to do it, isn't it? It's that diamond suit. It sparkles, doesn't it, Grace?
It looks like a shiny diamond to me.
Okay, so and with the singleton club, you're not going to bid some number of no trumps. There are other bids, by the way, when you play like carousel bid or something like that, the 2 diamond, which is shows these types of values. But no, we're just going to go ahead, just play standard bridge with our robot. They're playing 2/1 with just some of the standard 2/1 stuff. So 1 diamond it is. And over in the west, it's a pass. Over to the north. North has got 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. Yeah, you know you want to be in at least a game contract, don't you? Or invite. So you're going to just bid 1 heart. Okay, so back to us. East, not going to do anything. No, up to us and south. Yeah, your partner's bid a heart, and we have 4 hearts. So, okay, we can reevaluate our hand based upon our shortness now. We, now this time for sure, give us ourselves 3 points for shortness. So, what did we say? We had 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. 3.5 hearts, 4 hearts. So some of you will probably be a little conservative and do 3 hearts, but 4 hearts I think with 16 plus 3, unless you're some kind of a pessimist. But your values are good. You don't know about the queen 3rd, I suppose, but some of you are saying, Michael, don't we know how to do losing trick count? Yeah, we do. So, okay, our partner bid hearts, and let's take a look at our losers. So we have 1 loser in clubs. We have 2 loser in hearts. In diamonds, we have 0 losers. And in spades, that's why I'm bringing this up. I challenge you to tell us how many losers we have in spades. We have queen 3rd. And the answer is...
Oh, let's see if they, because they're only about 3 to 4 seconds behind.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wonder, is anyone, for queen third in the spade suit, losing trick count, do you know the correct answer according to... Well, I think we'll give Ron Klinger credit for coming up with the count, and you may have a little different than him, but he's certainly written a lot of great books. And hey, he's from Australia. You got to respect them. Yes, Grace?
Patty says 2, and John says 2 losers, assuming partner has honor.
Okay, so for the votes, for losers.
Guy says 2 as well. Welcome, Guy.
Okay, for 2, there's, and I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, no one's going to say 0. So for 2, we have 3 votes.
3 votes for 2.
If you had the ace or the king, that would be correct. But for the queen, according to Ron Klinger, and I tend to agree with him, no. So it's like, oh, it's only 1? No. Ron Klinger says, and Michael Nisler say it's 0. You
What?
get no. So Ron and I agree that that is, I'm sorry, when I said 0, I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I said 3 losers. There we go. We both say it is 3 losers, so we have no winners, so I meant to say. Well, what the heck? Why do we have 3 losers when you got a queen? It's better than just 3 little. It is true. I guess if you were marginal, I would have no problem with that. But according to Ron Klinger, if you've got queen 10 third, now you have a chance for a finesse, and now he says it's 2.5. If you have queen jack third, obviously that's now going to be 2, just the ace and the king. So at any rate, that's just what he says. I don't think it is always going to work, but queen third is fairly lonely. If you have some sense that your partner has an honor in the suit, fine. But if it's not been bid by your partner, no. If your partner bid the suit, then for sure it's 2 losers. But if your partner hasn't bid the suit, yes, Grace?
Patty says it can be finessed.
Yeah, if you have either the ace or king behind. Now, if your partner has the jack, let's say over in the north hand, your partner has the jack, not the ace king. They have jack third, and you have queen third. Sorry, you still got 3 losers. You know? If you break the suit, you are not going to do it. Unless you can make them break the suit. You know, if you can make them break the suit, yes, now you've got yourself 1 winner. You've got 2 losers. But you see why? Your partner has to have an ace or a king. And even if your partner just has a king, if you have to break the suit first, you still got 2 losers with the queen third and your partner's got king third. So just be a little bit careful with that because you don't want to double count your tricks. And I hope that helps. It's no guarantees in life.
I tell you, there was a reason I didn't take algebra.
It depends, right? So anyway, if it's 3 hearts, your partner will obviously go to 4 hearts. If you jump to 4 hearts, well, would your partner now maybe start looking for slam? Let's say that. Let's say it goes 1 diamond, 1 heart, and I better show all 4 hands. 4 hearts. Question mark. Wow, partner's shown some stuff. So remember, we as responder, we like to, it's easier just to count the cover cards rather than the number of losers and subtract from 14 and those types of things. So, okay, so we've got 1, 2 cover cards, 3.5 cover cards, looks like to me. Now, our partner in the South has said 4 hearts, even though we might have only had 6 points, and we've got double that. So the question is, if they've got, if you want to think of points, we think about them as typically having, oops, I better get, yeah, that's okay, 19 to 21. And with our 12, well, that could be up to 33. So 12 and 21 is 33. Could look at it that way. But another way is let's just forget the points and let's go by the old losing trick count. A person who goes to 4 hearts, I think they've probably only got 5 losers. Would you agree with me? We in the North, we've said, how many cover cards do we have when we just make a 1 heart bid? We have 2 covers. We don't have 3 covers. If we had 3 cover cards, we would jump. We only have 2 tricks that we're showing so far. We may have more, but in this case, we just bid 1 heart, not something else. So at any rate, so we've shown 2. And if our partner says they have 5 losers when they go to game, I don't think they have 4. I think they would open 2 clubs if they've only got 4 losers. So how many does that leave? 3. Okay, but do we have 2 covers? No, we don't have 2 covers. Let's go back here. We said we had 1, 2, 3.5, maybe. And our partner's got 5. Yeah, you've got maybe a chance on a finesse that you might be able to make it. So if it was bid 4 hearts in the South, you know, valuing 3 points for the singleton, then maybe North will proceed on. But at any rate, there was nobody at any of the tables that did that, just so kind of for your information. But I hope that helps to kind of some mental gymnastics on how to do this. So let's see how we do on the game. Okay, so the lead was a Jack of Spades. I don't know about that lead, Jack 10 fourth, but I'm not sure you'd want to lead a diamond because that was the left's, me in the South. So it's either that or a trump. I don't think a trump is a bad thing with 10 third, but you might get something and don't want to finesse your partner. So okay, at any rate, we play a heart up to the ace. We play a heart and the queen comes right away. Well, that was fortuitous. Didn't even have to try a finesse. And so we can play our 3rd round, and things are looking pretty good, aren't they? The diamond ace. I don't think you want to do the finesse the first time. You know, it might be queen doubleton where the queen doubleton falls on the next time around. So go up with your ace the first time, and then go with another diamond. And okay, in this case you got ace, king, queen, and they both followed. So okay, if they're yep, they did fall, and so we are, as I like to say, in deep clover. And our spades are great, and so it turned out that we did make 12 tricks. So is it biddable? Sorta. It's pretty close. If you're in an imps game and you really need that extra bonus points for the slam, you might want to consider it. You probably wouldn't necessarily find it using high card points, but with losing trick count, I hope that helps. So when your partner makes an opening bid and then goes to game, even though you may only have 6, figure them for 5 losers. If they have 6 losers, they should have done a help suit game try, and they didn't do that. So if your partner has 5 losers and you've got 4 cover cards, that sounds like 5 take away 4 is 1. So use that losing trick count and cover cards by responder, and that will help you find your slams, I hope. Or maybe stay out of them when you shouldn't be in them. Okay, let's go ahead and do a next one. Yeah, thank goodness that finesse worked there. And so we're on number 11, I do believe.
11, and you know what comes after 11? 12. I'm waiting for 12.
I'm having a little problem getting this number up here. Let's try again. Maybe if I go to the number, how come it says trick 14?
Maybe it's excited for hand 12 too. I told those just coming in that you're going to be talking about post alerts on hand 12.
Yes, exactly. Number 12 is a very interesting hand. Okay, so we are going to do number 11. And I think we'll be south. Moi will be in the catbird seat. And what have we been dealt? 4, 5, 6, 7. And another 6, 5 plus 1 in the spades, and 3. So it looks like about 16. And so some people are going to open this 1 spade. Others will say it's a 1 no trump. And I'm going to go ahead and just go through some thinking on it. You probably heard me say it a lot of times. I think most all the pros are going to bid one no trump, very descriptive bid. If you've got a lot of honors in your spade suit, or if you've got all your honors in two suits, it doesn't, even though you got 15 points, you may want to bid accordingly to that, especially when you've got a 5-4-2-2 semi-balanced hand. But in this hand, you don't have any coverage in clubs, but you're in pretty good shape. Now, it could be sometimes, once in a while, your partner's got a lot of spades, and by bidding one no trump, even though they got 4 spades, hopefully they've done a stamen, but right. So I think I did a one no trump, and I think most everybody else, well, I shouldn't say most everybody, we'll see how many people did that. And my partner then it went a pass with 9 points with a 5-3-3-2 in the west. Then my partner in the north with a 5-3-3-2 and got some nice body cards. 10-9-8 of hearts is nice. That queen jack of clubs is kind of dubious, isn't it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points, though. I say, well, my partner in south certainly should have some club stoppers. So, at any rate, it went 1 no trump, 3 no trump. And let's see what happened at the other tables there. Number 11. Okay, here it comes. And it looks like there was quite a few 1 no trumpers and even more in 4 spades. There's some more 3 no trumpers down there that didn't make an over trick. A couple in 6 no trump down too. Ooh, that was a little rich, wasn't it? I don't know where they got that from, but I don't think they were using typical hand evaluation. So, okay, so let's show all 4 hands. Well, let's not show all 4 hands. Let's just go ahead and we're in 3 no trump. And the king of clubs comes out. Remember that the robots always play the classic style rather than ace from ace king. They play king from ace king. And I'm going to show the east-west hands. No, I'm going to show the, let's see, northwest. There we go. Okay. So your partner played the 9 of clubs. Huh. First off, let's go back to here. Do you think that the king of clubs by the robot was a good lead? You've got 7, 8, 9. They stopped at 3 no trump. Your partner's probably got something. If you can get to your partner's hand, will they come back in a club is the question. I would have led the 3 of clubs. I don't know if you would have, but if my partner's got the queen or even the jack, I'm going to be a happy camper. Try to promote that suit. The north did not try for a statement. Doesn't have a 4-card major. And they certainly don't have a 5-card major. There's no Jacoby transfers. So you know that they're in the minor suits in the north hand. They have at least 7 cards in the minor suits. They do not have a 4-card major. Therefore, they have to have 7. Best you can have is 3-3 in the majors in the north hand, or else you're done a statement. So, okay, in this situation, I think it should have been a 3. They did play the king, and it looks like we're going to go over here now and look at the other side. Oh, look what's going on here. They played the 9 of clubs, and I don't think it's encouraging. I think it's starting to unblock. You think your partner, rather than promote the suit by 4th best, they must have a pretty solid suit. So you don't want to be on the 3rd trick. Somehow the 10 takes it. At least that was what the robots were programmed to do. And we're going to show all 4 hands now. And look at us. We've got queen jack in one hand, tight, and on the other we've got 3 little. I'm not liking this. I'm like, why didn't I start with 1 spade? This would have been that time where it would have worked, I know the other works better most of the time, but doggone it. I have a good game. I'm in first place on hand number 10, and this is number 11. I still got hand 12 to deal with. We'll get to that in a minute. But, oh well. So here we go. Hopefully everybody else is in 3 no trump also. And there goes the ace and the 10. My queen. Wait, the queen jack, and there's the 10. What the heck? My 8 has been promoted? I got to look at this again. Yeah, they played the 9 and then the 10, and my 8 is boss. Well, what do you think of that? Grace, yes.
John adds MUD, muddle up, down sometimes with robots.
Yeah, in this case, I don't know about that with body cards that are possibly helpful, especially when your partner's played the king. You should, though, be thinking, and there are some methods. We might as well talk about this now. You may or may not play it with your partner, but a lot of people is, if you lead an ace, it's for attitude, and if you lead a king, it's for, I'll put K-O-U-N-T. We know it should be a C, C-O-U-N-T, count. So yeah, if the ace was for attitude, the attitude, I guess you would say, I don't really have interest in that suit. You would play low, unless you want them just to play out the suit because you've got no help. But if your partner played the king for count and you're playing standard count, then you would play low from 3. And your partner says, oh, okay. And that can be very useful because you can look at the dummy. In this case, it's pretty obvious with the queen jack tight, but you kind of want to know sometimes what the count is. But I am very much would discourage doing a leading an ace from ace king 5th. Now, I realize in some auctions it might be different. Obviously, 6 no trump, yeah, take your first 2 tricks. But I think you should be leading low in that auction now. If your partner has no points, let's say you have 14 points. You're on your own. Your partner, you're never going to get to their hand because they got 3 no trump with their 25. You've got 14. So, we have to do the CIA counts, inferences, and analysis. That's for sure. But getting back to the hand. So, okay, my 8-1. Thank you, East, for unblocking, getting rid of all your juicy intermediates. So, okay, we can go ahead and just do our thing now. I can watch some discards. Discarding a 6 of hearts by East. Okay. Then a 5 of hearts. Okay. A club's coming on the west. Now heart on the both hands. There's my ace. And my spade up to the king. And do I want to do a finesse? No, I'm going to go up. And thank goodness I did. Okay, so we have 10 tricks. And I guess that it wasn't a big swing one way or another, but in the same way it's going to be played at every other table. So, we don't have to worry about that. So I don't know your thoughts on that, but John, Patty, and others, if you have any comments you want to make on that hand, chime on in. I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are on that. Go back and take a look at it one more second. That lead, I think, was questionable over here. I think it should be 4th best. Your partner could have the queen of clubs, and that would make all the difference in the world. Now, if it was queen doubleton, I guess they would unblock, and that's why if you had ace king jack 10 or something, you'd want your partner to unblock the queen if it was like queen 3rd. That would be it, for instance. Yes, Grace.
Patty asked, how is king for count?
How is it?
How is K for count?
Oh, it's just kind of what they say, king for count. And I guess, they could, when you got the ace and the king, it's just a mnemonic, I guess you might say. So, count, even though it's a king. So it sounds like the same, and that's why they say A for attitude, K for count. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, you can't change the deck and to make them all C's. They have a K on it, so that's kind of how it works, if that makes sense to you. But that is a common way. If you look in Eddie Cantor's books, he'll talk about these. And so, okay, if you're ready, let's go on to hand 12. So
all right, moving on.
That turned out okay, peachy.
Okay, so Patty does have a little bit more of a question on that. She says, why does it mean 3?
Oh, okay, now I see what you're saying. All right, so if we were, first off, what kind of counts are we playing? We're playing with at least the robots. Standard, ARD, count. So with standard count, when you've got 10, 9, 7, you have an odd number. So with an odd number, you play the lowest. So you would play the 7. If you have an even number, let's say it happens to be a 10, 7, then you would play the 10. you would play, get my head out of the way, you would play the 10 from a doubleton. If you're playing upside down count, it would vary. Now, when you ask about the 3, I didn't mean that in reference to the count. I just meant that the lead would have been better with the 3, with the ace king 5 times. We don't. Well, what's our objective in no trump? It's always to promote. It's always to win the race. We always want to get our tricks before they get theirs. There is no roughing, trumping, whatever I know the elections are coming up. We won't get into that. But yeah, we want to go ahead and promote our suit. So that's why we want to lead this 3. We want to lead the 3. Or if you're playing 3rd and 5th or something like that, there might be other methods.
Patty says, thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah, and I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear, Patty. I'm glad you doubled back on that one. That was cool. Well, okay, this is the one you've been waiting for, hand number 12, and it was a big disappointment for me to go from first place down to 5th. I was, I'll tell you what I was doing. I was in La La Land.
Yeah.
And I think we've all been there sometime.
I might have interrupted you.
Not that time, but thank you. That's a very good one for you to take it for the team there, baby doll. So I think I'll show all the hands here. So the bidding is going to be starting by West. West is not going to make a call. And my partner in the North has 9 points in hearts, another 3 in clubs, another 3 in diamonds. 9 and 6 is 15. It looks pretty flat to me, 4, 4, 3, 2, and it is opening 1 no trump. And over in the East, they pass. In the South, I'm like, what? My partner opened 1 no trump with 15 to 17? Whoa, let's count this one. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points plus 1 distribution, and another 6 there, and another good 5 there. I really like this 10 with the jack, and nothing over here in the heart suit. So my gosh, I've got 11 and 9, sounds like 20, and my partner is like opened 15 to 17.
Show your face.
Man, we could be, oh, Grace, like that.
Are you that ashamed of yourself?
Okay, okay. She's shaming me into this. Let's see. Where do I want to put myself? Over here, or do I want to be over here? I think I'll be over here. Thank you. So yeah, I'm really like, okay, what's the methods? And I told you I would give this a new convention that you may not think to have used. I don't know if the robot plays or not, to tell you the truth. But last hand, and as I've talked to some of you before about, is that, oops, I don't want to start yet. We want to be careful on these hands because this is a swing board, as we say.
Swing.
Swing low. So 1 no trump, and I'm not sure what you want to bid in the South hand, but I'm going to do a transfer to start. 2 hearts. 4 hearts, the Texas transfer, that would say you have 6 of them. And so, no, don't get thinking that way. You've only got a big hand. Just 2 hearts. And partner is obligated to bid 2 spades, like it or not, even if they had a singleton and they were screwing around. Excuse me. So, okay. And now what do I want to bid? Do I want to bid 4 no trump? I got ace, king, jack, or... So I'm thinking I need to do forcing bids, and bidding slow, forcing bids is a way to go. So I said, I'll bid 3 somethings, 3 clubs or 3 diamonds. And the robot says, oh, this will be a 4-card suit. And if you take a look at some of these other systems, they'll say it's a 4-card suit. Well, I'm going to have to, it's my best bid, is to just do a waiting bid here. So I'm going to bid 3 diamonds. And okay, so my partner's okay, it's a forcing bid, got it. I'm sorry, it was 3 clubs, that's why I did the cheaper. 3 clubs. And my partner says, okay, 3 diamonds. It looks like Italian Q bids, which is kind of like, okay, I've got a stopper in the diamond suit. Normally it's done at the 5 level or the 4 level, but anyway, it's showing a stopper. It's not sure where I want to go. And oftentimes when your partner is a bully, which I was, saying, what are you going to do now? I'm making another forcing bid. Sometimes the cheapest bid diamonds is good, but you should not have it with 3 little. So, okay, anyway, 3 diamonds. So, fine. So, okay. So, man, does my partner have 3 spades or not is my question. I know that I want to be in slam anyway. So, my partner, I don't think they're going to have 17 points like me. I think it's just going to be a slam. And so I thought, well, I looked at each of the 4 level bids. What if I bid 4 clubs or 4 diamonds? And I think, no, I guess I'm going to do 3 spades. So I clicked on 3 spades, but somehow I hit the 4 spade button, which is a sign-off bid. And it's like, oh, I know we've got a slam. The odds would have to be very bad that we're not going to make, everybody's going to make a slam, and everyone else is going to be bid slams. So I can only hope for a really bad distribution or I get roughed or something. But I meant to hit 3 spades, which would be a forcing bid after the 3 club bid, and I hit the wrong button. So, suck it up and do the best you can, and let's see how the cookie crumbles.
Guy adds, who would you rather be, the dummy when you know you are stronger than your partner?
There is a thought in bridge that says you want to be the declarer when you have the stronger hand for primarily 2 reasons. One is if they see the dummy, they will better know how to play against the stronger hand, which finesses to take. Second, if you have the opening lead, that's almost half a trick coming to you. That's almost half a trick there, because if they finesse themselves or finesse their partner, it's going to be an advantage. So you want the stronger hand to be the declare typically. So I guess if you're saying this, that should we have it so that we're the no trump ourselves? No, we can't, because they started with no trumps. There's nothing we can do on that. If we were playing, say, a different level of no trump openers, let's say it was 12 to 14, 11 to 14, something like that. When you rebid a no trump, then you show the 15 to 17, and then in that case, I would probably be the declarer.
Guy asks,
good question, Guy.
He follows up with, why transfer then?
Because I want to know if we have a fit, and so I guess I could do a Stamen bid to see if we have a 4-4 fit, but I've got 5, so I'm thinking that I'm going to do, if it was a match point game, Guy, I think you might have a valid point. Say, as a for instance, I'm going to segue a second, but this is a great question. Let's say that we have 28 to 30 points between the 2 hands. My partner opened 1 no trump and has 15, and I've got 15 myself. The concept is, in match point game, you're going to get an extra 10 match points and have a top board if you make the same number of tricks in no trump, even though you do have a 8-card fit. So, if I had 5 spades and 15 points, then I could just say 3 no trump, even though we might be having an 8-card or maybe even a 9-card fit. So there is that concept, and I know some pros. I'm talking about pros with 10,000 points. They're in the top 50 when they play each year. That's the way they will bid it. It will work most all of the time. But we're in an imps game, and so it's that part won't matter quite as much, I don't think, especially when we've got 33 points or more. Yes, Grace?
A couple of questions coming in here. So
okay.
Guy continues to say, hang in here 1 second. Actually, John added, did the robot pass for spades since they did not support?
Yeah, I guess they just assumed is that, oh, okay, he has 5 spades and he has 4 clubs, maybe more, but he just doesn't want to play it in no trump. So I guess if he wants to play it in spades, I'm going to trust him or her. So that was why the robot is programmed. I think it would be proper to program it that way based upon the 4 spade. And I think if I was playing with a partner that did this, it's like, oh, okay, this is kind of odd, but they want to play in spades. Yes.
Guy says thank you regarding the transfer. And then John adds, if bid 3 spade, continue Q bidding aces up the line?
Correct. Very good, John. I'm glad you brought that up. So one no trump. I'm going to just show the north and south hand.
Alrighty, and while you show those, we want to say hello to Ramazan.
Okay, yeah, welcome. And so then it went to hearts transfer, to spades, 3 clubs, which normally shows a 4-card or longer suit. Looks like some interest in game forcing at this point. And then partner went 3 diamonds, showing the king. And then if I had gone 3 spades, which is what I thought I did, then my partner now would say, well, okay, looks like we're Q-bidding, so I'm going to bid 4 hearts. Could bid 4 clubs, with 4 there too. So it'd be a question if you want to do the 4 clubs or 4 hearts. But if you're playing Italian Q-bids, I think I'm going to do 4 clubs. If you're not, you might consider 4 hearts. But I think 4 clubs, since my partner's got 4, might be we're going to show us, okay, I've got 4 myself. If you've got 4, who knows? Maybe we're going to be in a minor suit slam. I'm not sure. But anyway, it'd be 4 clubs, I guess, and then you continue marching on up. But it didn't turn out that way, and just for the interest of keeping this thing moving, because I have a couple other parts that are important to show about the loss and about a better bid. Well, I told you I was going to get to the convention. I don't know if you know it already, but there is a convention for this bid. So, okay, I want to go back to let this hand start playing, and it's I'm seeing the north-south here, so let's just do it from that perspective. Here we are. So we got north-south, and we're in 4 spades, not 6 spades. And, don't think, oh, we should be in the other contract, so get that out of your mind right now. Be living in the moment, in the now, as Eckhart Tolle would say. So, all right, so I guess that we have 7 spades. They could be 3-3, or they could be 4-2 most of the time. We would not want it to be 4-2 against us, especially in the West. Guess what? That's what it is, but I wouldn't have known it at the time. But I should be thinking about that as one possibility. And what's my best odds? Well, I've got the 3 top diamonds. There's no problem on that suit. In clubs, got a finesse guess. And it's a 2-way finesse, isn't it? I can finesse towards the queen either in the east or the west with this type of a holding. Ace, Jack, 10, and king 4th on the other side. In hearts, I can get rid of 1 trick on the south if I need to because I have the ace, king. So I suppose I don't really need to do the club finesse, do I? As Eddie Cantor would say about his wife Yvonne before they were married, said, sometimes she'll take a practice finesse. She doesn't need to take them, but she's practicing her finesses. So we don't want to take a practice finesse. When you've got ace, king of hearts, and singleton on the other side, you're going to just pitch one of the clubs, and you're fine, right? Provided you were in a spade contract and not a no trump. At any rate, so all that said as it may, yes, Grace.
Hi, we have Janet with us over on Facebook today, so
Hey,
we welcome Janet. And
Good.
she asked, why wouldn't North show a heart before King of Diamond?
I guess because it's the cheapest suit, and sometimes you're not sure, but you're showing a control, the king, and you're not sure if partner's going to want to be in the no trump. So I think you would probably do the lowest first, even though the other has ace, king, queen. Great question, by the way. So, if your style is different, if you're saying, no, it needs to be the ace, and you are showing controls, you can't do it with Italian Q-bids, maybe until you get to the 4 level, you can play different styles if you want to. I'm just trying to tell you, so I think I agree with what the robot's programming on that one. At any rate, so getting back to the hand here, so the lead of the heart, and we've won with the queen, and so obviously the question is, what's going to happen on the spades? So if we had the 9 of spades, that would have been nice, but it's queen 9, 8, 4th. So a lot of people fumbled up the the way to play the spade suit. And I don't know if you have a thought on how you would play that, but let's just take a look at the way Uncle Michael did it, and got something right in this hand anyway that some of the people didn't. Quite a few didn't, in fact. So I played a low spade to the king, and then I guess didn't drop a queen there. And that's probably just as good. So because we've got the 5 and the 2 for little cards. So I come back with a spade. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to let it just ride this time. A lot of people, for some reason, they thought they had to go up with the jack. And if you do go up with the jack, that's going to, if you're in slam, that's going to hurt you. You will be going down. So if you think about it, is that whoever's got the queen, if they're going to take it, fine. But if you play a low and then go to the jack, is you're going to lose 2 tricks when it's 4-2, and especially when it's 4-2 on that side. On either side, really, because you can't play any more spades. So you really want to play one of the toppers and then play the 10 and let it ride there. And sometimes it may take you a minute or 2 or 3 minutes before you do that, and they may be getting antsy, going back and forth. Let them do that. Just take the time, breathe, and think about how do you want to play that suit. That was a critical play there. At any rate, they did get that trick, okay, and we won the king, got to our hand, and the ace, and we're going to also get to play in that spade, and made our 12 tricks. So let's take a look and see how all the rest of the good boys and girls did on 12. And so we went from first place down to lost 3 imps. And I should have been making the 7.7 imps. I should have got 11 imps on this hand. I'm a swing from where I was, so I should have been up here with the 1440s or 1430s, either way, fine. But I didn't. But you can see that there were quite a few people that went down, sometimes several in no trump, and 6 spades, they could have made it, but they didn't play it right either. So that play of the spades, don't, when you get the second is the 10, just let them take their queen and then win the next 2. So, but there's a lot more to this hand that I told you I wanted to speak about, and so just to go back up to the top. So rather than to get my extra 11 imps would have us at, about 31.7, put us in first, is that no, it slipped me down to 5th place. So, okay, I guess the point is when you're looking at all these other more complicated parts of it, don't forget and click at the wrong level when you're clicking the spades. So, but there's something else that is important here, and that's what the second part of this hand is. Actually, probably more than a second. I think I've got maybe about 3 elements to this hand. And that is this. First, I don't know if you know the convention I could have used here. It is called, have you ever heard of Grand Slam Force? It's not going to be the Grand Slam Force. There is something called the Grand Slam Force. And that's when you rebid 5 no trump at some level to say, partner, do you have 0, 1, or 2 if you have of the trump suit. If you have 2, go to 7 of our agreed upon suit. If you have 1, go to 6 of our agreed upon suit. If you have none, then let's see. I guess I can't remember if you pass or what, but anyway, this is kind of old-fashioned. It's kind of antiquated, and so the bid of choice is pick a slam. I'll put pick in quotes. Pick a slam. So 1 no trump, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 5 no trump. I've transferred you to spades. If you have 3 spades, bid 6 spades. If you have 2 spades, bid 6 no trump. Okay? So the 5 no trump is the pick a slam, and it works just so perfect for something like this. I didn't think about it at the time. I wasn't sure if the robot plays it, but you and your partners, it doesn't come often, but when it does, how else do you bid this to know whether your partner has 2 or 3 spades? You know you belong in slam. So it's a perfect bid for this situation. But wait, there is more. So going to the ACBL, American Contract Bridge League, or others, if you're the European Union, Australian, whatever, they all have the same alerting procedures on this. And there are some times where we use pre-alerts. When you sit down at the table, and if you're playing a 2-board round, and you have to go to like 13 tables, you got to pre-alert 13 times. Precision might be a good for instance. Let's say that when you lead, rather than the lead low from a doubleton on opening lead, rather than doing a high-low from doubleton, I'll just put doubleton. You do it the opposite, where you think, no, I like to lead low from low-high. You have to pre-alert that every table, like it or not. So there are some things you have to pre-alert in the ACBL laws. There are sometimes you do it at the moment. Most all of the conventions that you do, or you alert them right when they come up. How come my eraser's not? There we go. I'm going to do some erasing. So some of them are announceable, like the transfers. You say transfer, 1 no trump. You announce what the range is. And some of them, they're alertable, like a splinter bid. You alert it as it happens. But some of them are post-alertable. And I don't know if a lot of us think that much about what they are or when it comes up, but the pick a slam is one. So when the opener is made, a rebid, let's say it happens to be 1 spade, and then it goes 2 clubs, 2 over 1, and it happens to be 4 hearts. What the heck is 4 hearts? 2 hearts you're in a game forcing bid. 3 hearts is strong. 4 hearts. I think that's an auto splinter. I think it's where it shows singleton or void, and it's not interested in the heart, so you just could have done a strong to 3 hearts, so it's something else. Anyway, when you have something like this where the opener's made a rebid, when you're in a game auction there, you're past the 3 level. In other words, this is the 1, the 2, the 3. Once you get past the 3 level and you make these bids, you're now in a post-alert situation. So whatever this meaning is of this 4 hearts, you don't alert it at this point. You alert it after the auction. Well, why is that? Well, the ACBL figures is that, when you've gone up that high, the opponents are not going to be in the auction. You might awake your partner. And so we don't want to make it so we give more information to our partner than we do the opponents. So they say post-alert these types of bids. So when it happens to be, I'm going to erase it all here, 1 no trump, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 5 no trump. I don't think that's going to help the opponents in terms of whether they're going to come in the auction. I think you would agree with that. So once you've done it, it's above 3 no trump on the opener's rebid. Now it's a post-alertable bid. That means you don't say a thing until the face down opening lead. The opponents, you should always do a face down before you lead it, but that would be the time to ask. Now you as opponents, you could ask, well, what does 5 no trump mean? When I was younger pup in bridge, I think like a lot of us, you just want to ask right then. Or is it going to make you bid? No. There's some disadvantages to doing it then. You should wait till before that face down. If your partner starts to get a hand, draw a card, and he looks like maybe your partner always likes to just faces it up. Just say, hold on a second, partner. Make your lead face down. I want to ask a question. And then it goes, let's say after 5 no trump, it's 6 spades, or maybe it was 6 no. And at this point in time is now you can ask before it is asked. and they should have actually alerted it before it's face down, because this is post alertable. And oh, okay, what does that mean? Well, it means it's pick a slam. So it's my partner. We've done the transfer, so it's pick the slam that should be in. You don't have to give a essay description if you don't want to. You can just say this to pick the slam. It doesn't have to say, well, I've got 5. My partner has at least 2. If they have 3, they should blah, blah, blah. You have to go through all that if you don't want to. They can ask more questions when you're on the witness stand. So that's the pick a slam, and that's about the post alerts, something you should be aware of when it goes past 3 no trump on once the opener is bid. That's when you alert later if there's something that should be alerted. It is post alertable. But wait, there is more, Grace.
More!
Let's say that it goes something like this. 1 no trump. Oh, no, I think I'm going to go with the suit contract. 1 spade. 3 spades, 5 hearts, 6 spades, maybe 7 spades, I don't know. But at any rate, and 5 hearts is, let's say, an exclusion blackwood to say I've got a void in that suit. It normally has to be like a 7-step, including no trump, like if you're at 3 spades, 4 no trump, 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, 5 hearts, 5 spades, 5 no trump, 6 clubs, 6 diamonds. Yeah, we're past 7 steps of going up the ladder through each club. And I'll get to you in a second, Grace. So in that case, yeah, this 5 hearts, it would be, it's gone past 3 no trump, and it would be post alertable. So at this point, 6 spades, if the opponent makes a double, I doubt it. I've got 2 aces. I doubt it. And it comes back and, okay, they get ready to make an opening lead, and you say, hold on a second. This is a post alert. 5 hearts was exclusion blackwood. It shows a void in the heart suit. Really? Well, you should have told us before. No, on a post alertable, you do not do it. And if they double, they do it at their own peril. I don't think too many people know this. So this would be one, if you're kind of wondering what this bid is, and if you happen to be the person that's getting ready to make a double, you better ask, and what does 5 hearts mean? You're just thinking, well, no, they should have alerted it. No, not past 3 no trump. Sorry. You should be aware of that. So that's one where you do need to ask if you think you're going to be making a double. So I hope that helps knowing 2 things about post alerts. 1, it's past 3 no trump on opener's bid. 2nd, it's post alertable. 3rd, if you're going to make a double, you don't say, well, I want to undo my double. No, you have to say it. Ask at before you make that double. Kind of weird, maybe, but that's an interesting part of bridge. Yes, Grace?
Alrighty, we've got a couple questions coming in. One comes from Facebook with Janet, and she asked, on BBO, you can choose to OK your bid in settings, which protects against, I think it's mislicks, right?
Misclicks.
Misclicks. Okay, there's a C missing.
Yeah.
Misclicks.
Yeah, and so here's a good point on that. Who was asking that?
That was Janet.
Janet, thank you for that. That's a great question. If I'm playing on a iPhone or an Android phone or something, and you've got this part of the screen there, and your bidding box is kind of like it's pretty small with all the bids, and you can misclick kind of easy. Yeah, you probably want it like the 2-step way to make a bid. So you want to click on the, let's say, like it happens to be the 5 heart bid. You click on the 5, and then you go down to the heart, and if you happen to accidentally click to the spade or the diamond next to it, like, oh, no. So you'd probably want it to be where you clicked the H, you would want to have an OK before it. When it gets to a bigger device like a screen, I think mine's about 24 inches, and my area over here, it's enough that, you know, you can get to them pretty easy. If you have a mouse that jumps around, though, you know, sometimes, you know, your mouse calibration is like, there might be reasons to do that. So I think part of it depends on what type of device, because it is an extra click, and it's not a bad deal, but I don't use them on most of my devices. But when I'm on an iPad, it's kind of an intermediate, and sometimes it's like, you know, because I'm using my thumb, I'm not using a digitizer like this, and that might be the time where you think, yeah, I fat finger it, you're stuck. Yes, Grace.
John says, we are not allowed. Oh, hold on. Actually, that's the second part of it. He says, do we alert artificial bids so opponent can X for lead direction? Pass.
Do we alert an artificial bid so the opponent can double for lead directions? Woo, that's an interesting one. I suppose I'm not sure how I want to run with that, but yeah, typically, if it happens to be something like this, one no trump, here's the table, a pass, two hearts, and a double. You know, this would normally be for lead direction, like I like the heart suit. And if they end up in three no trump, if North has got only two hearts and they end up in three no trump, and I've got, you know, ace, king, jack 10 6 times, you know, I'm like, yeah, that'd be great if you could lead that suit. So that would be a for instance. And yeah, typically in these types of things, it would be lead directing. Sometimes it's people use other instances. So I'm going to give you something, though, just to kind of give a food for thought on this, because we're all trying to distinguish as, do we do a gut level kind of testosterone double, or is it sometimes they mean other things? And in this case, we're at, you know, getting ready to do a transfer, and then it happens to be a pass, and then it's two spades, and the auction starts going on. And you know, you want to enter the auction is that I'm trying to think of a good for instance of this. Okay, I think I have it. So after two spades, and then it goes three diamonds or three clubs, kind of like what had happened for myself. And at this point here now, it's, you know, it looks like they're Q bidding, showing a 4-card suit. Okay, we got that part down. Oops, I went too far back. But I think I've got the one here that's going to give us a good for instance. One no trump, and where do we want to have the opponent bid? Let's say it happens to be two spades. Most any system, two spades shows spades. It may show spades in another suit. And then this person in the south, they make a double. Okay. And I'm not sure if you're playing negative doubles. It's not for penalty. It's for a takeout. But if you're playing just standard, including Lebensal, if you don't have on your convention card, you know, that you're playing negative doubles, then it would be for penalty, I suppose. So, okay, anyway, it goes like that. And then over here it goes three clubs, and back over here it goes, I don't know, three diamonds. Maybe they're doing some kind of Q bidding. And now over here there is a, you're wondering, you know, they're looking like they want to go in three no trump. Maybe this one no trump was like 12 to 14 openers. And now they did three diamonds. And you're wondering about, you know, should I double that or should I not double it? And if it happened to be where it was one of our suits, you know, in other words, if three clubs somehow meant clubs and diamonds, let's just say, and now this person bid the diamonds, is that you would be able to say, is it, do you double or do you pass? And sometimes you want to make it where you invert the meanings. And why would you ever invert the meanings? If you double, I want the suit. If I don't double, I don't want the suit. Why would you ever want to change that meaning, Michael? Well, because what happens, let's say it happens to be cubiting, this 1 spade, 3 spades, 4 clubs, 4 diamonds. It's kind of going on like this 4 diamonds. It's kind of going on like this. You can see they're getting a lot of information. And on 4 diamonds, you're like, well, what the heck? I've got some diamonds. And so, you might say that use a double when I don't want that suit led. If I initially bet it, let's say that, get rid of that. I started off with my 1 diamond. And now they're cue-bidding my diamond suit. How dare them? And, so when they cue-bid my suit, if I double, traditionally that means I want that suit led, partner. I want that suit led. But if you invert the meaning, if you pass when you want that suit bid, and when you double when you don't want that suit bid, what could be the advantage of that? Well, the advantage is that if you double it, obviously this gives 2 more bids now to this person. What are the 2 extra bids? Well, you've made a call, so your partner over here can make a bid. So you could either pass or you could redouble. Do you want to give them 2 extra bids? If they're really good opponents, they'll say, well, we have some meanings on pass and redouble. I suppose you might say pass shows a control and a redouble no control, or vice versa, depending upon how they want to play it. But you might say, oh, if they're really good opponents, maybe I don't want to just do a testosterone double. Maybe I just want to pass. Now they don't have the use of those 2 bids. So I know this is advanced, but just so you're aware, when you start throwing in extra bids, like unusual 2 no trumps or Michaels, you're playing against really good opponents, they will start to say, oh, okay, we can use those bids because now it gives us some use of some extra bids ourselves. So I know that's a little bit advanced for most of us, but just kind of be aware that you do sometimes have an opportunity to shoot yourself in the foot by making bids that aren't needed. So as I like to say, is don't advertise if you're giving more information to the opponents than you are to your partner. Well, I think we shot that one. Grace, do you have anything else that has come up?
No, that's it for the questions, unless somebody's got some. I think we're over our hour time period.
Yes, we are.
So.
I did want to say, though, and I was going to maybe get to this, and let's see, we're on this screen, I guess. There we go. Marty Bergen's book, Slam Bidding Made Easier. And he's got about, I think, 5 examples in his book on picking a slam. And if you were to search, pick a slam, I don't even think you have to say Marty Bergen. I think the first site you come to is BridgeBum, PRIDGEBUM. And it will have this segment that I guess Marty hopefully gave him permission to include. But it would be good to see some examples in minor suit slam, in major suit slams, and no trumps. But if you want to work on this, so if you're into making slams when you're not sure if your partner has a fit, or give them the final say-so, the pick a slam is actually good. So I would just agree with Larry Cohen, used to be his playing partner, who I think Marty did his after his old buddy Larry wrote something, and Larry said, forget the Grand Slam force. You can use Blackwood bids to do that, and instead use the pick a slam for 5 no trump, and you will be happy. And it certainly would have worked on that hand. That's why I brought it up. So wow, hoo-hoo, I think we are finished. So Grace, are we ready for a good weekend?
We definitely are. That pick a slam, it sounds like it should be on a menu somewhere. Pick a slam.
Yeah, pick a slam.
I like that.
I'll have one. It sounds delicious.
Yeah,
And it will be for you too.
All righty.
So do you want to come on over here, or you want to sit it out?
Well, I think I'm going to sit it out. I've got to go to work in a little while, so I got to put a face on and all that jazz.
Okay. You're going to tell us about your work?
No.
Okay.
maybe when the work is done.
Okay. She's on special assignment. So, yeah, we'd love to tell you about it when she gets through with it. So I hope you had a good time with the show today. And as always, have a great time playing bridge. Stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, or at least be healthy and safe out there. So until next time, happy trails to you.
Happy trails, y'all.
Until
Have
we
a
meet
great
again.
weekend. Be
Happy
safe.
trails to you until we meet again.